Hello and good day to you. My name is Vikram Avdut and I proudly represent the Kelowna Consulting Group. Today, alongside my esteemed colleagues Manav Gupta, Islam Mahmood, and Yana Bhatia, we are thrilled to present our comprehensive solution for the case study at hand. Given our limited time, let's jump right into it. Our presentation will follow this structured agenda: introduction to the case and our approach, the Berlineaton strategy, followed by the assumptions, issues, and potential opportunities, then the vision statement, recommended goals, and finally, our action plan. I'm going to start with providing you with an overview of the case. The primary issues we've identified are as follows. First, there is insufficient employee engagement and development within the hybrid work model. Second, the challenges in integrating the next generation into a digitally driven future. And finally, a concerning decline in employee well being. The central problem we aim to tackle revolves around this question: how can BCPS promote employee engagement and development while aligning with their corporate culture? Our approach to solving this complex issue encompasses three key strategies: enhancement of the co op program. This involves improving the existing co op program and expanding our presence on campuses by creating opportunities for students and enhancing our recruitment efforts. We aim to attract emerging talent, ultimately bolstering employee retention. Next is leadership development for the hybrid work models. Recognizing the pivotal role of leadership, we propose a comprehensive training program. This program will empower managers to thrive in the hybrid work model, fostering effective cross-generational communication, team collaboration, and adaptability. The wellness program enhancement. To address declining well being, we recommend both improving accessibility and effectiveness of BCPS's current wellness programs and developing the new initiatives tailored to remote employees. A content workforce is more likely to excel and engage in their roles. The impact of these strategies will be profound. Attracting emerging talent will only lead to improved employee retention. An enhanced co op program will facilitate intergenerational bonding and knowledge transfer. Finally, prioritizing employee well being will result in a happier and more engaged remote workforce. Before we further your understanding of our approach, these are some key assumptions we made while providing these solutions. Managers in the BCPS will need new training programs to adapt to a hybrid work model. Managers will also have and willing to put in the time and effort in their schedules to devote to training. Next is BCPS has an adequate budget for manager training, co-op program, and a wellness program. And our final assumption is that BCPS employees answer employee engagement surveys with complete honesty. Now I will hand the floor over to my colleague Manav, who will provide further insights into our approach. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, Vikram. I will be going through our approach for this case and outline some of the key issues and opportunities that our strategies will address. Our mission is to promote employee engagement and development while staying true to our corporate culture and values. This is a paramount goal, as aligning our strategies with our values ensures that our culture remains consistent and conducive to achieving our organizational goals. Let's dive into the heart of the matter, the key issues we identified and the opportunities we can harness to overcome them. Firstly, BCPS has been grappling with the challenge of retaining employees. Voluntary employee turnover has been on the rise, and this is a matter of great concern. It not only affects our organizational stability but also raises questions about employee job satisfaction and engagement. Additionally, our transition into hybrid work model was not as smooth as we had hoped. This has impacted the well-being of employees, which is an area we are committed to improving. Furthermore, we have noted that our presence on social media is lacking, making it difficult to attract the younger generation of talent. Now let's shift our focus to the opportunities we can capitalize on to address these issues effectively. Firstly, we have a fantastic asset in the form of our co-op program and its existing infrastructure. By optimizing this program, we can actively attract and engage the younger generation. We have the potential to mold emerging talent and introduce them to our corporate culture and values. Next, our commitment to employee well-being is commendable. We have existing mental health resources, and though they are a good start, they can definitely be improved upon. This presents an excellent opportunity to enhance our support system, ensuring our employees a holistic well-being. Lastly, BCPS has an existing infrastructure for the Learning Hub's leadership training. This is a valuable resource that can empower managers with the skills they need to lead effectively, especially in the evolving work landscape. Our strategies will be designed to address these key issues and harness these opportunities. By doing so, we aim to create a workplace that not only retains our employees but also fosters their growth and development. Through this, we will not only align with our corporate values but we will amplify them, ensuring that our culture remains vibrant and in tune with the ever-changing needs of our organization. Now moving on, our analysis, it relies on the 2022 BCPS Work Environment Survey, providing insights into the employee perceptions of executive management, engagement, stress, and communication. This data forms the foundations of our SWOT analysis, pinpointing the BC Public Service strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and potential threats. Our strategy at BCPS for engaging employees involves conducting an inclusive engagement survey and rigorously tracking program results. This approach fosters equality, tailors interventions to unique needs, and ensures a continuously improving work environment. And it also aligns with our values, which positions us for success. Now I will be giving the stage to my teammate Islam.
Thank you, Manal, for the introduction. I'll be starting out by providing our vision of BCPS. We envision it to have a thriving hybrid workplace, excelling in engagement, promoting inclusion, fostering innovation, and committing to retaining and growing talent while still prioritizing the well-being of our employees. To ensure a smooth transition for our changes, we propose some strategies that can target the change of management and engage the employees. For our first strategy, we suggest utilizing multiple communication channels to disperse information such as sending out emails, newsletters, intranet, and digital signage. Secondly, we believe that anonymous employee surveys, feedback loops, and virtual suggestion platforms will be a great way of gathering feedback from employees. These platforms where giving feedbacks would encourage a sense of involvement while making employees feel heard. Next, creating visual roadmaps or timelines that illustrate the journey towards the new vision can help everyone visualize the milestone and look at what's coming up ahead. After that, we would look at leadership engagement. This involves ensuring that senior leaders actively engage with employees, answering questions, keeping employees updated, and provide support in any way that is needed. Visible leadership reinforces the importance of these changes. Moreover, we would look into creating collaborative workshops for ideation, brainstorming solutions, and co-create aspects of the change. And last but not least, we would also create focus groups, advisory committees composed of employees from various levels and departments. These groups can provide insights, offer feedback, and act as advocates for positive change. We believe that these 6 strategies will be helpful in engaging our employees. Moving on to our define and our recommended goals section of our presentation. We could just begin by reiterating our problem statement. How can BCPS promote employee engagement and development while aligning with their corporate culture? To address the problems and achieve our vision of the company, our first goal is to develop leaders for a hybrid work model. From a recent article by Helpstar, it was found that less than half of the managers have received any specialized training for managing and communicating with hybrid teams. To improve our culture, company leadership, and catching early signs of decrease in employee well-being, we have to improve our managers' leadership to ensure it is tailored for hybrid work models. Next, we would also like to create a structure in which meetings between employees and managers occur quarterly/biannually to discuss future career goals that employees have and to receive career advice. Lastly, to improve the internal leadership in the company, we would suggest implementing a mentorship program to nurture employees and to ultimately make internal promotion processes smoother, resulting in a decrease in employee turnover. This program can offer job shadowing and workshops opportunities for employees to learn from their managers. Introducing our final 2 goals will be Yana.
Thank you, Sam, for that introduction. I'm now going to talk about how the BCPS can increase employee engagement and development by doing something as simple as improving its co-op program. So the BCPS already has a really great co-op program, but there can definitely be certain changes made to their current program. According to a study by Deloitte, employers actually found that they gained the best results when the co-op employees that they hired were integrated into the core business strategies and problems. They actually said that this gave them a very fresh and unique perspective, and it helped their business grow overall. So this can be done in 3 ways. Firstly, by increasing engagement through social media presence as well as in-person events. So the BCPS should aim to make at least 3 social media campaigns and attend 2 in-person events at partner universities. If they do this, they'll be forming meaningful connections with the universities and at the same time attract a very diverse workforce. Another thing the BCPS can do is actually hire co-op students who are marketing majors, because these students can help them increase their overall social media engagement. Secondly, the BCPS needs to enhance its current co-op curriculum. So most of the students applying for these jobs are going to be part of the Gen Z, and Gen Z has always valued doing meaningful work. So the curriculum should be revised in a way that each intern gets to be a part of at least 2 meaningful projects. Now, if this is successfully implemented, we predict that the BCPS will see a 20% increase in co-op applications, as well as a 60% or maybe even higher co-op employee retention rate. The BCPS can also get feedback from the current co-op students and find out about best practices, about what they should do and what they shouldn't do to improve their program. Lastly, the BCPS should expand their co-op program. And by this, I mean that they need to start hiring more co-op students, because this will eventually lead to higher employee retention. According to a study, they actually said that internal interns are 16% more likely to be retained than external interns, and they're also 32% more likely to be rehired as compared to someone who doesn't have that much of internship experience. So in a way, this is sort of a long-term investment for the BCPS. And doing this will also definitely help tackle the problem of intergenerational bonding. I'm now going to move on to the last goal for our project, which is how the BCPS can improve its well-being program. So there are 3 ways for them to do this. Firstly is increasing accessibility and awareness about mental health resources. So the BCPS already has a vast number of mental health resources for their employees, but what's actually important is for managers to have conversations with their employees, telling them the importance of well-being in the workplace as well as at home, and they should also direct employees to these resources. So since the BCPS recently shifted to a hybrid model, it was definitely a change for everyone. So we also need to ensure that employees know that they have resources in case they're tackling some sort of remote work stress. Secondly, the BCPS should start having focus groups. So since the BCPS already does have things like ERGs, which are employee resource groups, as well as COPs, which are communities of practice, but since 38% of the BCPS workforce are millennials who definitely value things like diversity, inclusion, and respect in the workplace, we need to take certain steps to retain these employees. And I think focus groups is a great way to do this, because it's sort of a space where employees can talk about things that may be bothering them at work, or just give general feedback about the workplace, and this will definitely make them feel more heard. So the BCPS should start implementing bi-weekly counseling sessions with employees, and these sessions should be definitely led by an outside organization or a third party. And there should also be monthly counseling sessions with the managers in order to communicate any issues brought up by the employees with the counselors. Lastly, the BCPS should start having an employee acknowledgement program. So according to research, it was actually found that employees were 2.2% more likely to go above and beyond their work when they were personally recognized. And in the same survey, 37% of the employees claim that when they get personal acknowledgement, they actually end up producing much better work. And since BCPS shifted to a hybrid model, it's important for employees to be recognized online as well as in person, and this will boost engagement as well as morale. So a great example is Scotiabank. So Scotiabank actually implemented a software called Applause 2.0, where employees could recognize each other by using and by giving reward points, and eventually they could use these reward points to buy things from the catalog. Another success story is Atlas Hotels, who used a software called Mo for employee engagement, and they actually saw that employee acknowledgement led to a 17% decrease in employee turnover. So now we're going to move on to our last and final slide, which is the timeline and action plan we created for the BCPS to achieve these goals. So we tried to divide it in a way when each quarter from Q1 to Q4, we plan to achieve certain things. And while we made this timeline, we also kept in mind that these strategies, they're not that easy to implement. There are a lot of things that we took into consideration, like the time required for feedback, for approvals, or for decision making. And we also hope to constantly get feedback from managers and employees so that we can make any changes to the strategies as and when required. And we also want to ensure that managers and employees are always kept in the loop of the decision making. And if this timeline is followed carefully and in an organized manner, we hope that BCPS sees a much larger increase in employee engagement and development. So this is the end of our presentation, and we just wanted to thank you for this opportunity.